guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany. How are you? We do vlogs, Fiverr videos, podcasts, knitting stuff, random stuff on this channel. And today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be talking about all the things that I've been sewing recently, as well as kind of like things I've bought that's sewing related, things that I'm wanting to make, and then maybe making stuff, and then maybe like showing off like the finished piece. I don't know. I think that's a little bit ambitious for this video, but that would be something fun, something different, and kind of, I don't know, like documenting my sewing journey. So thank you Skillshare for sponsoring this video. If you guys don't know, Skillshare is a learning platform with various different classes, for example, stuff like design, productivity, music, hobbies, and more. I just have a couple saved currently, but right now I'm doing the sewing basics. I've always wanted to learn sewing, but I've never known like where to start. So I really like this class because it's concise and it's very organized, so I know exactly what I'm getting from it. And I really like this class because it encourages you to make your own clothing and figure out how to make your own drafts and projects. And this is just the beginning. I looked up sewing and fiber arts on Skillshare, and there are so many different types of videos. I'm really excited to try them all out. The first 1,000 of my viewers to sign up through my link in the description will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare, so you can start exploring your creativity today. As always, today I'm wearing my June top. It is one that I showed in the previous video, but I thought it was really just appropriate to wear. So I've been really getting into sewing recently. I was super intimidated by sewing. I know so many people who say like they're intimidated by knitting. They're like, oh my gosh, like there's so much to knitting, I'm so confused. But I feel that way with sewing. Sewing does not make sense. I don't know how I am even doing any of the things I'm doing. It really does feel like I'm a beginner and I'm really just like going with the flow. I'm definitely not doing anything correctly, but things are working out, so I'm just like going with it. I recently got a Singer machine. It was a huge investment. It is the heavy duty, I think it's like the 4452. If you guys are curious and if you guys also want to get into sewing, I just think it's a really good all-around machine. I wanted to be able to do kind of leather work as well as denim, and this guy can handle that. But again, I think everyone kind of has needs that are specific to them when it comes to sewing. So something that's perfect for me might not be perfect for you. Definitely do your research. I think research is so important. Like I did so much research into this. It's redonkulous. I just thought it would be a really good investment and I can make so many things in the future, and my grandma can use it, my mom can use it. It'll just help me in the future if I ever want to like make stuff, hem stuff. I also wanted to do this video. If you guys are like beginner sewers, I'm a beginner sewer. If I can do it, you can do it. I think honestly, it's just doing it is the hard part, like starting and actually trying, because it's so intimidating. Like the sound of the sewing machine is so scary, and just like making the wrong cut or not cutting enough. I think it's really good as a beginner, at least for me, to start off with stuff that you don't really care about. So I've been sewing a lot of things with like bedding or like pillowcases. I just have a lot of white stuff and I love white, so I have a lot of like ideas that I want to be doing with a lot of the bed sheets. And yeah, I've just been buying kind of like dead stock fabrics, are kind of at the end of the roll, or things that have been cut that are at a discounted price, just because I feel like you can find really good gems, but also it's at a discounted rate and it's so adorable. So the first thing I started sewing was the winter clutch. If you guys don't know, Petite Knit has come out with a billion patterns that are accessories that you can like actually sew in like a lining into the knitted product. So I have been just like chilling with this winter clutch forever, not being used, and so I finally bit the bullet and I sewed an inner lining. So this is how it looks like. I actually have stuff in here already just to show you just kind of how it looks like, but we have the label there and I just hand sewed it into this fabric. I did make a mistake. I actually didn't make it big enough, so I had to add extra fabric, but I don't think it's very noticeable at all. I don't really care because I'm just like proud in itself that I even made something like this. It holds so much. It's so cute. I want to wear this to like weddings and just like be like, you know, just like events and just look really cute and just like posh. I just think it's so cute. I want to make a Marie purse to match with this because it's the same knit stitch, and then just have the same lining and just have it inside and maybe put a couple like, I don't know, makeup stuff or cute stuff in here. For some reason I want to make like little pouches for all my bags. This guy was super easy. It's literally just like 2 rectangles that you just sew together. I thought it was going to be a lot worse, but it was very easy. The next piece I started to do was actually my French market bag. So if you guys have watched previous like yarn corners, I finished the French market bag and it's just been the knitted piece. I never got to do the lining because you need the lining to sew in the straps. I don't know, it was this whole thing. And so I finally gained the courage to do it because you have to cut a circle, and that was, we don't even want to talk about that. I had to cut a circle and then rectangle and then you just sew it together. This is her. She's so adorably cute and beautiful. I don't know, like look at her lining. I also have stuff in here because I've been using it, and I wish I could show it better, but I really can't. It's just like this random lining. Both of them were bed sheets. I just used bed sheets. No one judge me, but I just thought the white was really nice and it's really simple. It fits perfectly. It looks great. And I sewed in the leather straps, and I kid you not, I'm like the cutest girl on the block. I look like I'm ready to go have the summer of my life. This bag is beautiful. I really want to make a black version, but the problem is I can't justify having another of this bag. Like I need to figure out another stitch pattern and make black and have like a black lining, and it would look so good. It would look so good. Like look at how amazing she looks. I don't know what else I can say. The next thing I sewed, because I was feeling kind of confident with those two. I was like, maybe I could do something a little bit bigger. I love, if you guys follow Knits and Gigs, Allie, she has been getting into sewing too, and I was like, okay, if she's just getting into sewing and she's making these beautiful pieces, then maybe I can make them too. She made the Monroe slip by Brandy Joan. I think that's how you say it. Everything will be linked as always. And her slip dress was beautiful. It looks very much similar to a Realization par dress. I mean, I was immediately sold from there. So I bought the pattern. I got some fabric from Fabricana, which is just like a store kind of in Vancouver. Almost immediately started sewing it. I didn't realize how fun it was to print out the paper that it comes with the pattern and like start cutting and like taping it together. It felt like I was solving a puzzle. I don't know what's happening to me. Okay, well, this is the fabric, if you can see. It's just like a flower, black and white. It's not truly white. I would say it's slightly more off-white, and that's what really sold me on this dress. So it just looks like this. You can't really see it. Hopefully I'll do a try on. I was really proud of myself. I don't know how we did this. Honestly, to dear goodness gracious, I don't know how my hands made something like this. I was so proud of myself. I was like trying to wear it in my house, trying to like show my family, and I was like, hey, just like standing in the corner, just being like, you see anything different? And I just wanted to tell them, I wanted to tell the world that I made this dress. Like, I will say that Brandy Joan, her patterns are so easy to follow. It was like, I loved her instructions. I felt that they were so clear. Some people don't really give instructions. They kind of just give you what you should cut, and then you just cut it, and then you have to figure it out, which is no bueno. But guys, this was so beautiful. I will say though, I'm not done. It looks done, but I'm not done at all. I haven't like sewn in any of the fraying bits, which I should have done at the beginning. I know, don't hurt me. YouTube sewers, do not hurt me. I'm a beginner. I was really YOLOing this guy. Hopefully I can finish it up. I will be making a short version because I need more dresses that look like Realization par. Can't believe I even did this. This was like ridiculous. I just cut up the pieces. You do a very basic French seam. It's so good. So then finally, the last thing that I've been knitting, I mean sewing, is actually this top. It's by Cool Stitches or Nicole. She has the Elliott Tie top, which is the top I made. For some reason, I was like, I need to make something with a bed sheet. So I took my bed sheet and I just started making this guy, and it was so redonkulously fun and simple. Even though it looks really intense, her pattern, you really do have to watch the video for it. So I highly recommend watching the video, because I think the printed stuff is really just the printed like thing. So this is how she looks like currently. You can't really tell, but it has these like ties here at the front. I'm not done at all. I will tell you what happened. So in a minute, but it has these peplum sleeves, which I was like, had no idea how to do. Had no idea. But the pattern was so simple and easy for me to understand that it like made sense. I have just like some elastic that I bought, and it just worked perfectly, gorgeously, looks gorgeous. It's a top initially. I tried to make it into a dress. I wanted to make it tiered. I don't know if you can see that, but we made a mistake, so I'm gonna have to undo this, which is gonna take me hours, because I just cut up the same sized pieces of rectangles and then sewed them together into a circle, thinking that it would automatically make that tiered look, but you actually have to make each tier smaller than the other. I think I'm going to actually just take it off from the top part. I don't know, I'm just like really into tiered. White and tiered is like everything. And then I'll show you guys some other things that I bought from Fabricana just cause I thought they were cute. But this is the first one. I'm thinking maybe making like a midi skirt, and if I have enough, I would love to make like a spaghetti strapped kind of like matching top. I don't know, maybe I'm being ambitious with my sewing. But it has like these really nice, you can't really see it unfortunately, these like little flower details, which I just think just makes this fabric just more elegant. So I really don't want to mess this guy up. We have been just holding on to it, hoping that it doesn't, I don't know. Don't you ever just have things that are just too beautiful to make? That's how I feel with this guy, because once I cut it, it's over, and that's too much for me. Second guy that I got is this. Wow, look at how she looks like up here. Not a lot of fabric. I would say a lot of these are kind of just like rayon kind of fabrics, really good for dresses or like dress shirts, like flowy dress shirts, like Hawaiian shirts, you know, or skirts or midi skirts. So I'm planning on making a lot of those. This guy, I just fell in love with the flowers. I don't know, it just gave me just happiness. And then this guy was so tiny. I will say this guy was a little bit too tiny. I think I could definitely make a tiered top with this, maybe like a 2-tiered top if I'm ambitious, and maybe make it a spaghetti. I don't know. That's really, we would really be trying. But I do think it's a really, I really liked the fabric, and it just came like in a cute little bundle. I like the challenge. I think it's interesting to try to do something with so little fabric, and then with my leftover scraps I can just put it in a pillow or something, because I've been dying to make pillows. I'm like, I want to just buy some like canvas backing and some zippers and then sew it myself, and then sew it on top of just a knitted thing. So if you guys know like the Marie pillow, the honey pillow, the Technicolor pillow, I want to make all of those and then just have my own backing. And then last but not least, I bought this guy. Low-key, I'm kind of intimidated by this guy, but it's just kind of like a shirt pattern. I don't know why, but I thought it would look really nice as a, maybe like a shirt, short sleeve shirt with maybe shorts, kind of like that look, or a long sleeve shirt and shorts. I don't know if I bought enough, but this was on sale. It was like really cheap. It was like $5 per yard, so I just instantly gravitated towards it. I thought it was really classy. We like classy, and I really want to support locally, so I'm probably gonna buy all my fabrics from there, so I will link it all in the description as always. But that's kind of it for the haul. Let's get on with sewing so you can see how horrible of a sewer I am. Okay, so this is the Elliott Tie top. I don't know, like I love it, but I feel like I really want it to be a dress. but I don't know if that's like too crazy. So I just took off the bottom part that I tried to make into a dress. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so I fixed the bottom. This is way too short to have as a mini skirt. I still have this fabric that I could have and put as a second tier here. I don't know, is that too Milk Maiden? I don't know. Gosh, I wish I could ask you guys for advice. I literally don't know what to do. Do I look like I'm in like The Sound of Music? I think the tier looks good. I'm thinking I might add a third tier. I think a third tier makes sense. Okay, reassessing life. All life choices. So I've been like looking at myself in the mirror like a billion times over because I cannot tell what I want to do with this guy. So sorry. Ignore that section. I have to redo kind of this section here. It doesn't line up perfectly straight, which kind of very much annoys me. I'm thinking I need to do a third tier just because I think it would make sense to go longer, because this dress is really like, I think because of the puff sleeves, because it's like the tieredness of it, it's like very intense. Like it's a very like intense dress, but it's not. I guess to me it feels like it's an intense dress. I'm for sure gonna have to iron this and everything, but I do have a third kind of section that I cut off that's slightly smaller, and I'm thinking of putting it at the bottom and doing like a French seam at the bottom, and it'll just come together really nicely. I don't know, maybe I should sew in all the threads first and then see where we go. And I think I'll like see it come together slightly more. Like right now it just kind of looks like, this really just looks like a pile of fabric that I just put together, and I want it to look like professional enough that I would be comfortable enough to wear it outside. Okay, well, I'm probably going to iron this. All right, I did a French seam, but I think this is honestly like the prettiest dress I've ever made. I like only want to make dresses now, which is quite unfortunate. I don't know if this edit is going to be out of place or not. I just made a couple like tweaks. Now I'm gonna do a try on, I guess, as well as a how I style my newly sewn and like knitted pieces, because I want to live like my best dressed kind of era at the moment. So bear with me. I don't know how this is gonna look or end up like, but maybe I could do this more in the future, and do like how to style my knits or like how I style my knits for like different occasions, and I think that'd be really fun. So this is the end of the video. I hope you guys liked just like kind of a more vloggy, kind of more styling video from me, with a little bit of talking in the haul. This has just been a jumble of the different types of videos I make into one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments if you like this style type of video, because I would totally make more of them, and I can show you guys along more of my sewing process, because like this is only like 2 pieces I've ever made and a couple like accessories, and it's been the funnest thing. I'm like ready to make so much more. Sorry, my hair is like bugging me. But yeah, I hope that gave you some inspiration, and please let me know if you guys also make some of these pieces. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, put the notifications on so you know when my videos come, and you know where to find me. I'm on Instagram, YouTube, Discord, the Patreon, honestly anywhere I'm on it, so all the links are in the description as well. Thank you guys so much for watching to the end of the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!